Welcome back to Truth Quest. My name is Aaron Moriarity. I will be your host, and we're going to go on a quest for truth together. Here we are again, friends. Welcome to the program, and welcome Catherine Weiss to the show. First one here. And there we have it. And wow, everybody's saying hi to everybody so far. Well, I hope you're all having a wonderful evening. And that's just who's here. But let me check the Lurker app. Oh my, look at all the lurkers. Oh, I'm not supposed to say their names. Oops. Maybe we will someday. Hello, Dark Brain. Good to see you here. And Peggy Dancer. Yes, and I'm so glad to see all of our mods here. Now, I got a message from Mud Rabbit. She's not going to be able to make it today because she's got outages in her intranet service. So hopefully she'll be back up soon. So let's all hope and pray for that. Yeah. There we go. Welcome. Oh, yes. Wow, can you believe this world? Can you believe it? There's so many things happening. It's Operation Shutdown. And he's just reminding me of the cut line again. We're just downrange of strange, where the outrageous is contagious and the paranormal is the new normal. Yes, that's where we're at. Yes, he's got it. He's got it. And usually I don't remember it until I see him post that. And it's like, thank you. It really, I need all the remembering help I can get, because you know what? I can't remember half of the things I've forgotten in my lifetime. Not even half of them. How do you like that? Pretty good statistics, huh? Sticky-tistics. Pretty sticky-tistics, yes. Something like that. Alrighty then. Well, what do we have for you today? We have a smorgasbord here for you. How's that sound? A Friday smorgasbord. Smorgasbord or Borg? Is it? I don't know. Whatever it is, that's what it is. Yeah. So here's a classic. Now this is a classic meme. I love this meme. It says so much. Feel that? That's from sharing memes all day, every day. Yes. Look how tough I'm getting. Everybody's noticing the memes. Look at that, muscles just getting so big. The girls are very impressed. Look at that. They really are. Hello, ex-runaway goldfish. Welcome to the program. Everybody's saying hi. And it's a Mad Pogue. Good evening, squad. And just so everybody knows, Mud Rabbit is probably not going to be here tonight because she has internet problems, and she emailed me earlier. So we wish her all of the luck that she can get with that. Hello, Becky. Welcome to the program. Welcome to the show. And did you hear? Oh man, did you guys hear the official song for Space Force? Oh, it's so cringy. It sounds like a 1940s thing. It's really weird. I think you're going to get a lot of space enthusiasts who are musicians are going to pen their own little tune. And I bet you before long we'll have a whole host of much better Space Force songs. So there you go. Look at all that meme muscle we got. And we got some meme muscle for you tonight. Let me tell you something. Hello, Becky. Well, we missed you too. Welcome back. And so let's get her off here and get on to the next one, shall we now? You know, I know a lot of people like wearing sweats. I've never really gotten into that, but here's someone else that I don't think is going to get into the face you make when you realize you can't take part in gray sweatpants season. No. Yeah. There's a lot of jokes that could go along with that, huh? Look at that look. Wow. That look right there, that is the look of gender confusion, if you ask me. Look at that. That's gender confusion right there. Yeah, it's conforming to what all the other ones were. Yes, yeah, I know, but everyone's teasing it. Everyone's teasing it. There she is. Boy. Wow. Can't partake in the gray sweatpants season. No. Nope. Here's another one that, you know, it might be slightly in bad taste, but we'll go there occasionally, okay? There we go. Doesn't the Emperor's new economic recovery clothes look great? Yeah. No, it doesn't look great. I mean, there is no economic recovery in any of his programs. It's really a plan to destroy the country. Look at it. Look at what he's doing. He doesn't even know where to go after he's up at the podium for more than 5 minutes. He doesn't know where to go. Where do I go? I need to get changed. Yeah, he's pathetic. Pathetic. He's not a very good puppet, you know? Not a very good one, I must say. He is, they think they actually need to really attach strings to him so that he can actually act more normalish. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. Okay. I guess that's, oh, hey, the message, you know what? The message kind of covers it up. So that's kind of cool. Look at that. All right. What, like it should have been something like Star Trek theme, Armed Forces style? Makes more sense to me. Well, yeah, I know. Well, I guess it's a new song. Oh, there it is. Yes. Semper Supra. Yeah, it definitely is. It's definitely in that vein. And I think that's why people are poking fun at it. I kind of understand it, but you know what they should have done. Here's what they should. I mean, think about Space Force cutting edge technology. What they should have done is come out with 3 songs or 4 songs. One, the one they did. Maybe they should play that one first. That's the official one. Then the pop version, and then the rap version, or my vote is for the rockabilly version. There you go. Let's see a rockabilly version too. You could do a whole bunch of them. You could do a whole Space Force radio station of all created Space Force songs. Really mix it up. I think that would be kind of cool. I think that would be kind of cool. And see that? I got rid of that horrible drawing before I took the message off. On purpose. On purpose. When a dolphin does something on purpose, we say they do it on porpoise, of course. That only makes sense. Hello, MacGyver. MacGyver's here. Now, if we get stuck in an elevator and we have a paper clip, we can get out. A paper clip and a match or something, right? And maybe a laser beam. Maybe even a laser beam. And we can get out of anything. You know, everyone says you gotta respect everyone's beliefs, but you know what? I do to a point. I respect everyone's belief to a point. I mean, to a point. You must respect everyone's opinion, some people's opinion. Yeah, the earth is flat and it's on the back of a turtle. Yes. No, I don't think it is. Nope. Not a piñata with elephants under it. Yeah, that's real likely. Yeah, because the elephants never sit down, right? If one of them would sit down, what? The whole earth would tip over and all the water would spill out into space? I don't get how that works. Yes, the words are kind of good. It's just the tone they're put in and that old dusty sound. They could have actually added, scratchy record sound. Might have made it sound a little better. Respect the truth, yeah. But not everybody's truth, because somebody's truth is not true just because somebody believes it. Yeah. Not every belief gets a free pass. But, all the major ones, much respect, but not flat earth. Come on now. There's a big argument amongst all the fleas because some fleas believe that the dog is flat and other fleas are very adamant, no, the dog is dog-shaped. So I did a meme about that. You might have seen it in the past. But that's my answer to the flat earthers. The Flat Dog Society. They have members all around the dog, right? Just like the Flat Earth Society has members all around the globe. Think about that for a minute. All around the globe. So I guess the puppet, who doesn't have very good strings, was interviewed on 60 Minutes, I guess. And this, I'm assuming this was I can't watch the guy for more than a minute. It's just revolting. So I guess they asked, okay, Mr. President, are you running for re-election? Well, to be honest, they haven't told me yet. They. Sir, just who are they? See, some people think, oh, that's not really Biden. It's someone with a mask or it's a clone. I don't think so. I don't think you could duplicate that much stupid. I don't think you can copy stupid that well. He does stupid really, really well. I mean, when they were thinking about the movie Dumb and Dumber, they were thinking about him and a mirror. Okay? There you go. He's not that bright. And, I heard Trump mention when a friend of his who was in the Senate was showing him around once before he was president. and he pointed out who the smartest person in the Senate was. And then he pointed out, and then Trump said, well, who's the dumbest? He goes, oh, Biden by far. Biden, the dumbest guy in the Senate. Yeah, by far. I find that believable. Totally believable. Totally believable. What a potato. How do they get that lump of silly putty to even talk? That really is kind of a miracle. But yeah, I don't know. It's a good meme though. We're memeing it tonight, baby. It's meme Friday night. It's meme night. We're just getting started. Just getting started. Oh, yeah. You know, everyone thinks Elon Musk knows everything. Okay. Newsflash. He doesn't know everything. So if he says something, I don't know. Take it with a grain of salt. I think this illustrates that point quite poignantly. Illustrates the point poignantly. I think that's what it does. Elon Musk. China will never be able to replicate our technology. China. Oh my God. Look, they got, look what they got. They got their own version. They got their own Elon Musk. Wow. Elon Musk Li Ping. Something like that, maybe. Oh, did you hear Biden's granddaughter that claims Joe Biden died 4 years ago, and his twin Bo was Joe Biden's son who died. So I don't know. And his twin Bo, never heard that. I'd like to hear that. That is so funny. That looks a lot like Elon Musk, doesn't it? Brother Bo, Joe's twin. Joe has a twin? Now, I know Joe has a brother. That's his twin brother? I never heard that. Is that true? Or is this new information? Or have I been just, did someone freeze me again for decades and I just woke up again? I don't know. Could be. Signs point to yes. You never know. You just never know. Biden's twin brother. Okay, Navy vet is reporting. I don't know who Navy vet is. Interesting. I'll have to look into that. Oh, MacGyver's back. His chat froze for a second. That happens. So that's the Chinese version of Elon Musk. Look at that. I still say Elon Musk isn't very smart. If he was smart, he would come out with Elon Musk cologne. Elon Musk. It names itself. How could you not notice that? Come on, richest guy in the world. People look up to you. I think you could have your own cologne. Elon Musk. The smell of success, or whatever. The smell of a burning Tesla that burns for 69 days and takes 24,000 gallons of water to extinguish. Real environmentally friendly. Oh, yeah. Yep. And those $26,000 replacement batteries every couple of years. No problem. No problem. Navy vet on YouTube. Okay. Navy vet. I haven't seen that program yet. I'll have to check it out. It's so hard to keep up with all these. So many good shows around, you know. You just never know. I have my favorite ones. I don't even have time to watch all of them. You know, sometimes when you're down and out, you've kind of lost all the things you used to have, and boy, you have to swallow your pride and do what you can with what you got, and maybe you can make it through to another day. Like this poor guy, out of odor. Oh man, he's getting all my change. Boy, I feel sorry for that little guy. Look at that guy. Well, I say tip that guy. Give him some money. Two-minute clips for Navy vet. Okay. Kind of like a TikTok thing, huh? But on YouTube. They have the shorts now, I guess. Yeah. I only have one short. I guess my fake YouTube, my fake UFO one is my only short, I guess. So there you go. He's out of order. Ba-doom-pa. Boy, our old dog, Elvis, he used to get sprayed by skunks all the time in our backyard in Sturgeon Bay when we lived out on Pennsylvania Street. Pennsylvania Street. Yeah, that's 808 Pennsylvania. That was my address. I used to say, yep, halfway to the White House. Pennsylvania Avenue, not street. So there you go. Very small difference, but actually a big difference. Here's some words of wisdom. We are the last free people. We are the people that have the last chance to act. Julian Assange. I think he's right. Boy, that poor guy. I hope that he gets out real, you know, man. You know, the real sad thing, too, is he's got a small family that he started there at that embassy. He's got little kids, or one or two kids, that he probably never gets to see. And that's not cool, man. What a mistreated guy. That's right. That's right, MacGyver. YouTube tends to not recommend the good channels. We have to rely on word of mouth, yes. And thank you all for telling friends about this channel here. And thanks for hitting that little like button, because that's your lucky number that you get. You can use that number all month long. Lasts a whole month, so there you go. And Peggy Dancer doubles that. She seconds the motion there. There you are. Good old Julian Assange. A true hero. Truth hero. A true truth hero. Never had to retract a single thing they published because it was all true. What happens when you can't attack the message? You attack the messenger. That's what they're doing. Attacking the messenger. You know, it's weird. I remember when Trump was president and they were trying to extradite Assange over the United States. I was like, oh yeah, now Trump can use this to, but I don't think, I think he was right to to be wary of the U.S. government, even when Trump was in, because, obviously people are holding the levers, as it were. Here's an interesting factoid. Audit finds half of Joe Biden's Twitter followers are fake. I think it's much higher than half, folks. Much, much higher. I don't know how many they say he has. But I don't know. Of course it's fake. Just like his votes. Hello. Nobody in their right mind would vote for him. If they are, they're plugged into the matrix. They don't know what the heck is going on. Oh, if you're looking for something to watch, Journey to Truth. Yes, the boys at Journey to Truth. Tyler Kiwala and Aaron Kuhn did an interview with Randy Kramer. And it's very interesting. You should go watch it. I think that it's kind of funny. So go check it out. It's good, though. It's very good. Very telling. Very telling. When a person claims to be a certain type of expert or have a certain type of experience, and then their testimony includes stuff that really wouldn't be included in that, I don't know. That's kind of weird. Kind of weird. But I do like some of the stuff he says. Is it all true? Like the psionics? I don't know. Who knows? He's a controversial figure for sure. Someone who I used to believe and I'm having doubts about now. So it's just me. Everybody has their own. My opinions are always forming, So I hear something, see something, could change my mind about somebody. That's the way you have to be, I think. Yeah, it is. It's pretty illuminating. I mean, one thing he said I disagree with is he said that most of what the mainstream media says is true. Wow. But you know what? I thought about it after a while, and influencers are being paid to say certain things. So is he getting paid to say the media? That's a possibility. I would never take money like that to lie. I would never do that. The only time I lie is when I sleep. That's when I'm lying down. There you go. There you are. Oh, yes, I did make it out of the dark outpost, and I was having a lot of technical difficulties. I had to log out and log back in, but finally did a really good interview. They did a really good interview, so I thought it was a lot of fun, and they're having me back. Let me see if I can find that for you. I think they're on YouTube too. I'll check on YouTube. I know they're on Rumble, Dark Outpost. Let's see. There it is, Dark Outpost Daily. Is that it? You do a daily show? Dark Outpost Daily videos. Those are very short ones, I think. That's not the... Okay. I can't find it here either. Isn't that strange? Maybe he only has the shorter shows on YouTube. Let me check on Rumble. Checking Rumble. Dark Outpost. I think it's capital D and capital O, all connected. See if that works. Dark Outpost. Okay. Oh, it's the David Zubelik channel? Is that what it is? Dark Outpost. 922. Yeah, this is it right here. It's shock video, Pentagon hit by Scud missile. So I should be in this program here, so I'll get the link to it. Copy. Paste-o-matic. Paste-o-matic. There it is. Hello, Tinka. Yep, I just got it. Thanks, Tinka. Yeah, they're going to have me back in October and in November. Let's see. Well, I'll have to check. I'll have to check on that. I guess I didn't write it down here. It's in my email. I'll let y'all know in plenty of time. So there it is. That was a lot of fun with David Zubelik and Penny L.A. Shepard. X11, Agent X11 is what she calls herself, or what she used to call herself. Very interesting, and I think they work well together, so that's good. Nice, a nice compliment to David Zubelik's, classic radio, TV announcer voice. So I think they do a great job together. So Dark Outpost, check it out. Yeah. There's so many interesting shows. There's only so many hours in the day, right? Only so many. Hey, Max, you're on the air.
I'm not on the air?
You are on the air.
Oh.
How you doing?
Great.
How you doing?
Good.
Good.
It's improving, continuing to improve. It's of course slower than I'd like it to be, but such is life.
Mm-hmm.
I'm slowly killing them off. I get a little better each time, and it's obvious has a major contributor to the dancer with a C that I had.
Mm-hmm. Well, it could be worse. It could be worse. You could be Sean Penn, because he looks like all three Stooges put together, and he really does.
Okay.
That's the picture I have up there right now. Well, that's good that you're on the mend. That's good to hear.
It's definitely all the prayers working.
Keep them coming, folks, for Max. And
it's definitely working.
Dark Brain says, prayers continue for our friend Maxwell.
It's definitely helping. They're I got more strength in the leg and whatever, so it's improving. Less biting behavior of the creatures.
Mm.
The bites gets the worst, you know.
Yeah.
Because you can imagine there's nothing you can do about it. So it's not pleasant when that happens.
No.
So, well, it's far to give you some perspective. Now, at worst, I can occasionally, and it's unfortunately not very often, I can have one or two or three at the most that are awake and biting me. Okay.
Oh God.
In the very beginning.
Max, I'm sure the audience does not want to see me throw up. Please.
Okay.
And neither do I. Oh my goodness. Oh. God.
Okay, we'll stop that.
I can't believe what you're going through. Keep the prayers going, folks. You don't need all the details to send prayers. Send the prayers. Oh my God. Oh.
Yeah. Well, folks, I say this. I go through this. It's part of my journey. But the thing is, one thing you got to remember in all things, praise God, because these things happen for a reason. These are tests of our willingness and what we're willing to do to see something happen. And it's something I willingly take on to for my part.
Whoa! What was that? What the heck was that? Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
So
What the heck was that?
I'll suffer through whatever it takes to win this battle.
Uh-huh. Well, you got all of our prayer warriors are
God every second. So.
What the heck was that sound? Whoa! Uh-oh. What the heck is going on? That's my is that my iTunes? That can't be. Something's weird's going on with this thing.
Have the AI taken over?
I don't know what's going on. I'm not sure if people can even hear me right now. Let me see if I okay, that's not coming through anymore. My goodness. That is so weird. I had no music set up, folks. I don't know where that came from. Yeah, that was Summertime Blues. Yes, that was Eddie Cochran's Summertime Blues. I did not press go on any of that. I don't know how that happened at all. That's so weird. I'm kind of freaking out here.
Yeah, I can imagine.
You can hear me, Dark Brain. Is music still playing? Because I don't hear any music now.
I don't hear any music.
So weird. I gotta get Sean Penn off of there. He looks just like the Stooges. He looks like all three Stooges. My God. Did you hear Space Force? Did you hear Space Force's new song, Max?
No.
Oh. Maybe I'll dial that up. Maybe that would be a fun thing to watch. I wonder if it's on YouTube. Let's check. It's Semper something. Space Force. So what else is new with the scientific end of things, not having to do with other things that might cause...
Not with parasites. Well, this is quite scientific, but I don't know if you've heard anybody watches Mike Barr's podcast, or
I've listened to it in the
He-
past. I've listened to it in the past,
He-
yeah.
he's been saying that there's a podium has been set up on the Capitol lawn or whatever, and chairs are being set up, and he thinks there's going to be inauguration of Trump.
Oh, yeah, I heard about that.
And he said that the Blair, he's staying in the Trump is. You heard on the media said that he came to Washington D.C. and of course the left was all happy, thinking he was going to be indicted.
Mhm.
But people are saying Trump is staying in the Blair House, which they say the significance of that is that's where people that are going to be inaugurated go to stay.
Mhm.
I don't know if has anybody heard anything about that on any other
I haven't heard
sort?
I haven't heard anybody say anything about that. No, I haven't. That
You would
doesn't.
think that would be something that couldn't be.
Well, he's been
hidden.
he's been interviewed a number of times since at Bedminster and at Mar-a-Lago, so he's not there anymore. If he was there, I heard he was just there meeting on the green somewhere with a bunch of the other people who were also raided or subpoenaed. So other supporters.
Okay. Did
Okay.
anyone hear more about supposedly at Trump's rally in Ohio? There's a flag in the background that looked like there were blue patches showing over all the stars.
Yeah, I think that was just the blue of the curtain in front of it shining on it, because from behind you could see the stars.
Okay.
So I think it was just a lighting thing. I'm not sure. I don't know what the. I think people might have different versions of what that might be. But here is the song, the Space Force song. And so here it is. All right. Are you ready? Let's see. Okay. Here we go. Yeah, that was it. What do you think about that? That doesn't.
Well, it's kind of garbled on this end, but that's okay. I got a little bit of it.
Yeah, it's done in a very 1940s wartime sort of 1940s music style, kind of like the other Air Force, Marines, Army.
Right.
They all have songs like this.
Yeah.
But yeah. Well, oops. So let's see. Oh, so the words are. I'll just read the words.
Okay.
Let's see if I can read the words here. All right. We're the mighty, watchful eye, guardians beyond the blue, the invisible front line, warfighters brave and true, boldly reaching into space. There's no limit to our sky, standing guard both night and day. We're the Space Force from on high. That's it.
Oh.
That is it. Isn't that wild? Very weird. So there you go. So
I had some more Go ahead.
Go ahead. What were you going to say?
I was going to say I had some more revelations about what's the water. Well, thoughts, not necessarily revelations. You know, at one time, you know, when I brought up this whole flag issue, you know, they talk about the stars being on either a field of blue, but I think there was some author somewhere called it the Sea of Blue. So I was wondering that it could be Watch the Water. Had something to do with that. That was just a thought.
Could be.
And I was going down that. I was going down that thought process. I said, okay, Watch the Water has the date. You know, comes out of it. If you add the digits, you get basically 10, 6, 22, and I found some more connections to 10, 6, 22. I found the most connections in MacGyver.
Oh, really? That's one of our listeners, MacGyver.
Well, it's one of my favorite shows, and in the past, anyway. And I noticed like the first episode, Pete, who's the leader there, is telling people that he works for DXS, Department of External Services. That's where he used to work. And well, you add the digits. D is 4, X is 24, which you could add the 2 digits to get 6, and then S is 19, which you add the digits and you get 10. So you got a 6. You get 4, 6, 10, and if you reverse it, you get 10, 6, and then the 4 can become 22.
Okay.
So then I was going along, and I previously mentioned that there was this episode where they kept mentioning this password over and over again. This young girl who was super intelligent, and she was worried about how she looked, and she used the password ugly duckling. Well, ugly adds up to 65, and duckling adds up to 81. If you add them together, you get 146. And you can rearrange that. You can say, okay, 1 in this VMath, you could, if you add 1 to a number or 9 to a number, you get the same number. Because 1 plus 9, for example, is 10, which is basically the equivalent energy of 1.
Oh, so that's why when you owed me $9, you just gave me 1. Is that why?
And if you add 1 plus 0, of course, you get 10. So 146 becomes, you know, you can rearrange 6. Any addition of 9 or any multiple of 9 or subtraction of 9 or any multiple of 9 is the same energy too. So 146 can become 164. And then the 1, you can add the 0 to it, so it's 10, 6, and then 4 becomes 22. So there's a second example. And then I was watching another episode that had some other key things in it that drew my attention. Things that have a personal meaning to me, and which I won't go into. But there were things that stand out that don't seem to belong in an episode. And one of the things is that he's talking about how his grandfather, when he was young, was always saying, "What the Sam Hill is going on?" You know, the guy we were sitting there talking about as a kid. Says, "I didn't know who Sam Hill was."
Mm-hmm.
Sam Hill, what? Sam Hill. And it dawned on me, if you add that it's Sam Hill, you know, S is 19, A is 1, so that's 20, and then M is 13, so that's 33, right? Okay. And Hill is, you got, so 33 adds a 6, 3 and 3 adds a 6, okay? Now Hill, H is 8, I is 9, so 8, 9 is 17. Then L is 12 each, so 12 plus 12 is 24, so 24 and 17 is 41. So just write those down. You got 6, 4, 1. Now reverse it, and you get 1. And you can
6, 4.
1, 4, 6.
1, 4,
You can reverse it. It's 4 and a 6. You get 1, 6, 4 again. And you can add a 0 to the 1 as you get 10, 6, and then 22. And there's more examples than that. It keeps coming up and up, over and over.
Okay.
And it's not just in MacGyver. There's other things.
Mm-hmm.
But there are also cases where there's deep state symbolism. Now, deep state symbolism is usually one day off, usually one day more than the dates that are significant to the Patriots.
Hmm.
Like their date comes up 10/7.
Okay.
But
I do have a post up on the screen here, and it's post 4462 from 6/13/2020. And it says, division is man-made. Division is designed to keep you powerless. Division is designed to keep you fighting each other. Division is designed to keep you enslaved. The narrative has you. No one person is above another. Unity is strength. Unity is love. Unity is humanity. Trust yourself. Think for yourself. Only when good people collectively come together will positive change occur. Q. I think that's a beautiful one.
Oh, yeah, that's fantastic. There's nothing truer that describes the current situation,
Yeah. It's words of wisdom.
We don't all physically have to come together. We all have to consciously come together.
Mm-hmm.
We can fight this battle without shooting a shot,
Mm-hmm. Right.
We all know that the deep state is very frustrated by the fact that the Patriots haven't got out there and started this kind of shooting war, right?
Mm-hmm.
We know they're upset. We know that thwarts their plans.
Mm-hmm.
Because we know what they would have done. They would have found a way to use it against us and say that we're some kind of a evil force.
Mm-hmm.
I want to use the T word.
Mm-hmm.
But so it thwarted them. Even now they want it to happen, right?
Mm-hmm.
Trying to spin this what happened on the 6th and say, oh, it's happening all around the country. Well, no, it isn't.
No. Kelly Q says hi, and you sound good. Can't
Thank
chat.
you, Kelly.
Can't chat much. Battery very low. Hope everyone's doing well. Well, hope you're doing well too, Kelly Q. Thanks for joining us here.
So just remember, if we're all together in spirit, we all have to be patient. We have to be calm. You have to utilize our faith here. We got to believe. Remember, we were told God is in control. The Patriots are in control. And we're told all that by Trump too. So
Mm-hmm.
if you're going to believe one thing he said, believe that. Okay, so that faith will be rewarded. That faith will be rewarded. There's
Mm-hmm.
strength in belief. It's strength in holding that belief. Strength in not relinquishing the power of your consciousness. They want to change your consciousness. They want you to be fearful. Well, they're not going to win. You can see every day they try to change, try to go after us in some way to make us fearful. Well, don't react in fear, and you won.
Mm-hmm.
and everyone is important. Everyone that resists, strengthens dramatically the whole movement worldwide. They can't fight an elite minority cannot fight the majority. There's no hope for success for them. There's none. And it drives them crazy. I'm sure it drives them crazy that they're not doing what they expect us to do. It thwarts every plan they have.
Darkbrain says, Aaron and Max, did you guys see that last night Trump reposted a video of a ton of Q plus Trump memes? No, I did not see that. That's interesting.
Yeah. Where was this?
Well, it's probably on True Social. Lately I've been, I don't know what's happening. We must be going through an area, the Schumann resonance must be going nuts because I have been so out of energy lately. I've had to take naps. I haven't been able to be as active as I used to be. So, and that's usually when we're having a big influx of either solar wind or some kind of space energy, something like that.
Yeah, solar cycles definitely do that.
Yeah. That's usually what it is. Let's see.
I think we're on the verge of some major, ultimately positive things happening.
Yeah. Well, some people are speculating that, and from what Trump said in his recent interviews, is that what the FBI might have been looking for, part of what they might have been looking for, were Hillary's emails. Because remember, Trump said they're out there somewhere. Someone's got them.
Right.
Oh, so interesting. No wonder they want to get their hands on that stuff before anybody else.
Oh, yeah, well, because he can declassify everything. And as a consequence, he can reveal anything to the public.
Mm-hmm.
And they're scared to death of that,
Mm-hmm.
Because especially the FBI, right? Because there are documents that prove that the FBI is corrupt.
Mm-hmm.
And if that were common knowledge to the whole public, the gig would be up as far as the FBI.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm sure it's going to come out. That's the way things work. It's going to come out.
I'm on Trump's True Social right now, and a lot of his videos are Rumble, and this computer can't play Rumble videos because it's got an old operating system, so this doesn't work. I'm sorry about that. Can't play it. Oh well.
But
someday.
There's been a lot of positive. Notice Trump never gets rattled, right? He shows us that everything is in control.
Well, he's. I think he's rightfully very upset, but he does not show it in public. He's very, very measured. In you're exactly right. He's always appears calm because the art of the Sun Tzu, the art of war, always appear weak when you're strong.
Right. That's what you expect of a leader. A good leader. Right.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, Ralph Gutierrez.
We know the slings and arrows that he's accepted on our behalf. We know it. He's every bit the hero that George Washington was. Because George Washington didn't really want to be the president, but he did. He chose. People wanted him to lead. And he did reluctantly. He did. All he wanted to do is win the war for his country, and he did. There's many parallels to Trump.
Welcome to the program, Ralph. It looks like Ralph's got a Trump coin. Looked like fun to have. I bet it is fun. And Murphy won't leave you alone. Is that Murphy's Law, or is that a guy named Murphy? Murphy's Law, maybe.
But everything's going. I don't know if everybody heard about probably not everybody watches BCP, and the BCP published that there was I guess it's in Texas, the Fifth Circuit Court of Appeals ruled on Texas's behalf, saying that these big media companies like Google and Facebook and all that could not
censor speech.
Could not censor speech.
Right. So when's Red Pill getting his channel back and everybody else?
Well, it has to go to the Supreme Court, which we know there's a guy by the name of Clarence Thomas there that's, I'm sure, just waiting for it to make it there.
Mm.
You know.
Oh, Murphy
it's
is
all gonna happen, folks.
Murphy is Ralph's cat. If anyone was wondering who Murphy was, okay. Yeah, cats have a tendency to bother people. Even statues, it seems. They sit on their laps and everything.
So how have you been?
I've been very tired. Yeah, I'm been working on these little cars that I'm making along with my son. He makes these multi-colored bodies, and so we're going to be selling these tomorrow, along with a bunch of other stuff, at the farmers market in downtown Sturgeon Bay. So be there or be square if you're in Sturgeon Bay, Wisconsin, tomorrow morning and the early afternoon at the farmers market. We'll be selling woodworking stuff. My son's woodworking company, Moriarity Woodworking. Good name, good solid name.
Yeah, kind of catchy.
Yeah, and he's amazing with wood. He knows all the different kinds of wood. This orange wood is called Paduke. That's Paduke wood. Okay, there's all kinds of cool different types of woods. He knows all that stuff.
Wow.
Yeah. Thank you, Tinka. Yeah. All righty then. Let's see what else we have for you here, folks. And feel free to call in if you'd like. Let me see if I still have that on my... Yeah, call in if you'd like, folks. Oh, looks like we got Propagate the Light. Propagate this light. Sorry. Propagate this light. I think it's a thing where it's a small word that starts with a TH, and your eyes just see those first two letters, and it's a small word, probably the nothing personal. Hello, Prop.
Oh yeah, it's all good. How you doing today or tonight?
Doing great. How are you?
Everything's good. Had an amazing experience the other night. I think it was last night when I went to sleep after being on your program on the one you did yesterday with Combat Carl.
Okay, day before yesterday. Yeah.
Right. Matter of fact, let me see here. So I'm posting it. Oh no, that's the wrong one. Well, anyway, I posted something in the chat. That's not the stream that I was on. But I wanted to ask you about this one, Truth Quest with Aaron, and number 152 with Corey Good. I was just listening to that before you went live tonight.
Yeah.
And I left a comment on that. It's very interesting. When you click the time frame, check that out when you have a chance, or if anybody wants to check it out.
Oh, okay. What did you find out? What'd you find?
I'll leave it to your curiosity.
Oh, you're gonna make me look it up now. Okay.
All right.
You're gonna make
What's
me.
up?
Let's see. You emailed it to me? No, you put a message on the. That's what you said. A message on the video. Okay, so if I go over here, go to my messages.
It's a comment on the video.
Comments. Oh, let's see here. Really good interview. 9 minutes, 5 seconds when he says energy. Okay, so what happens when he says energy?
Well, if you're able to hear that, I don't know if you're able to do it live, but if you were to click that time frame.
Oh, you can click that. Oh, I see. See it? Yeah. Okay, I better stop it now. I got to stop it here.
Off of the energy.
Oops. Oops, it didn't. It wasn't exactly on the spot. So let me get it on. I have to get it situated here. Okay, so. All right. We might as well just share the screen then. Here it is, and this is a show that we recorded back March 9th of this year. So here it is. Oh, ads in 5 seconds. Oh, I hate this. Oh. Anyway, let's. Oh man.
To everything going on, when we were able to view this nest.
Oh boy. Oh. Oh, geez, Louise. Now I have to. This is not good. Okay, I'm gonna just get rid of this. Just get rid of it. There. Well, I guess I'll just play this and we'll hear it. You have to see it? I mean, is it something you see? Please tell me something about this. I'm just.
It's just audio, just the audio of when he says the word energy. Listen real close. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
I don't hear anything. Oops.
So, and a lot of times the light workers are, they have some sort of belief system to nest, the city that the reptilians had. They were working with all of these different demonic entities and shadow beings.
905.
And they were able to order these shadow beings around and assign them to various people. And, they were remote viewing, and people that would pop up on the radar from this community often, they would say, "Ooh, this person's burning bright. We need to throw some shade on them." So they would throw some shadow people on them. And then all of a sudden, maybe the light worker off of the energy. So
I okay, I've looked at it. I tried to get it on screen. It's just too difficult. I don't know. I'm having problems with it. What did you see?
Well, it wasn't what I saw. I was just listening to the audio because I think it's all audio. Oh no, he's actually on there. It's actually the word that he says. So when he's talking, he says the word energy. So if you listen to that specific word, sounds like his voice changes.
His voice changes?
Yeah, it's just kind of weird. I thought that may be something. I don't think it's anything else but his voice at the moment.
Okay, let's try it again. When he says energy.
off of the energy.
I didn't hear it.
A lot of times
I didn't hear it. I must not be hearing what you're hearing. Sorry.
At the tail end of the word energy, it changes. You have to listen real close. But I just wanted to throw that out there to you.
Okay. Well, I might have to dig around and find my headphones because I really can't. I can't hear any distinguishable difference. I mean, does the tone get higher or lower, or what are you detecting?
It sounds like a different voice.
Okay. Sounds like a different voice. All right. Well, I'll have to take a closer look at that when I'm not trying to make everything work on the show here. It's trying to listen, because I probably need my headphones, and but I heard it a couple times. It just he has a very different type of a voice, and he's often made the remark that he never ever liked public speaking, so he's very tentative. He's a tentative public speaker. So I think he's got some natural kind of waverings in his voice. I don't know. Could be just a digital glitch, Mad Pogue says. Oh, and I guess people must be picking it up more than me. Tinka says the voice gets lower. I could hear it. Okay. I heard it. The last syllable of energy sounds like his voice dips. Well,
So what do you think the significance is?
I don't know. Yeah, what is the significance of the voice dipping like that?
I don't know. I just thought I'd bring it up to see what people think. It's interesting what people are saying in the chat that they notice it. I don't think it's a digital glitch, but it could be. But I'm used to distortion because I had to always switch my mic out because I was getting background noises and stuff. So I'm kind of used to what that sounds like. And within that broadcast, there were a couple of times, there were a couple of glitches there. But on this part of it, it was straight smooth. There was no anything. And then his voice just changed at the end. So maybe it's nothing. Maybe it's something. I don't know.
We'll try it one more time.
So what?
Okay, listen.
So what other things are on your mind?
Who, me or Propagate?
What's his name?
Propagate. Propagate this light.
Propagate.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're going to try this one more time. We're going to listen to this one more time. So listen up.
Off of the energy. So, and a lot.
Yeah, I'm not detecting it, but I don't have my earphones on, so I don't know. I don't know what to say.
I sense it kind of drops off it when he's speaking the last part of the word, energy.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And X Runaway Goldfish says Corey Good talks about a very heavy subject. Could have something to do with that. Yeah. Maybe it's a very heavy subject. Maybe he's feeling heavy and it just went to that tone, or maybe because he has had entity attachments removed from him. So maybe he's got one in him now. Maybe we all do. I don't know.
Speaking of Corey, has he said anything about when his next book is going to come out?
Corey? Oh, you mean comic?
Yeah.
He may have said, but I don't remember exactly what he says lots of things are being talked about. They're talking to a lot of entertainment companies. I always get nervous when people talk to entertainment companies, because they really they're unscrupulous. They really are.
Right. They try to control you.
No, they rip you off. That's what they do.
Yeah.
Completely. I mean, even one of my movie concepts was ripped off from me by a movie studio. Ridley Scott was looking at doing my movie, and yeah, it's all pretty. It's easy for these people because I guess they have the purse strings. They can do all that stuff. They can be.
Right. They wave things in front of you that you you're not in a position to resist. You know.
No, they just rip you off, and you can't afford to fight them. That's what it is, really. I mean, a lot of times, you're just a little guy, and they are a big movie house that has a lot of lawyers. So, yeah, it's always tough for the little guy.
Yeah.
That's why it's best to do the movies on your own. I mean, Corey has a good track record of making movies on his own. So I really don't understand. I do kind of understand it, because he's given this mission to bring this story to the public and to do it using the normal media. But the normal media is done. It's stick a fork in it. It's done. The new media is where it's all at. So I don't know. I just think that these big studios, they talk a good talk, but in the end, they're just going to rip you off or produce something you won't be happy about. I don't know. I think they have it's a nest of snakes. Yes. Thank you, Tinka. Very good. Very good. Okay. Anything else going on? Propagate this light? This light.
No, I was just thinking you're talking about industry, and I was just thinking, isn't industry moved by money, or is built, with the help of money? So, yeah, so I guess we could presume that there'll be certain things happening that we don't agree with, so they always get the money and maximize off of it.
Right. Like, look what happened to our friend in the UFO community who had the movie made about him, Fire in the Sky. And the depictions of the aliens were completely wrong. The ships were completely wrong. I mean, you'd think that they would try to at least get that right, but no, they're Hollywood. It's like, okay, I have a special effects guy that likes to do this kind of stuff. I'll hire him, even though it doesn't look like that type of thing. But yeah, it's a nest of snakes, that's for sure.
Yeah, I guess it depends on the producer or director or whatever, whosoever's, I'm saying that wrong, whoever's vision it is, like sometimes they'll have like a different version of a superhero movie. It'll be a different Superman, and you're like, oh, this is not working for me. I'm used to the other one,
Right.
Or it could be misleading people. They could use it to mislead people with the wrong image. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I saw something tonight that was really kind of disturbing. There's an app now that you can get. I can't remember what it's called, but you just enter in a photo that was taken of you, and it searches the whole world, all of the videos, and finds video footage of that picture getting taken of you.
Well, Google can do that.
Well, I guess this app does it like really, really speedily.
It will find video of the image being taken by someone.
It'll find the video footage of that person taking a picture of you, if it's possible. Isn't that weird?
So where would the video come from?
CCC footage. It says, okay, he's walking down a street. He's got a green hoodie. There's a guy with a blue hoodie next to him, and it looks for all the visuals, and it finds the video. There's a little video that they play that shows how it works. It's pretty fascinating, but it just really shows you how surveilled we really are. If that app is available to anybody, think about it, what they have to surveil us.
Are you comfortable mentioning the name of the app?
I can't remember it. Remember it. But you know what? Every once in a while, Propagate, I like to stick my head out the window or out the door. I like to look up in the sky, and I like to smile for my satellite photo. But I really think that they could solve every single crime just by rewinding that footage. Oh, okay. Someone robbed the bank at 3:30 p.m. First National Bank of Toledo. Well, let's rewind the tapes. There is the red van. Oh, it goes to this cabin. Now it's got a green Maverick. It's going this way. Oh, let's follow that. Oh, he's going to the airport now. We'll catch him. They could solve every crime, right? Minority.
Then use the chronovisor to see where they came from.
Yeah. Here's an interesting thing I found. Check this out. Breaking. Freedom of Information Act requests show a dozen phone calls between a cell phone of Ray Epps and the office of Speaker Pelosi the week before. Interesting. Week before the infamous incident. How do you like that? Boy, I think we all had a feeling that something like that was going on, huh?
Yeah, it's funny that nobody has really mentioned that the person in charge of the Capitol Police during that day and all,
Pelosi, the sergeant at arms, and the mayor. All three of them.
Exactly.
Yeah, all three of them, and they all denied the extra people.
Extra help. What? Yeah. Yeah, they're hiding the truth now, but eventually the truth, when we know, the truth will eventually come out.
Mm-hmm. It sure will. At some point.
All the stuff of Mar-a-Lago is all about them trying to hide the truth.
Mm-hmm.
The truth that they don't want to come out.
I like how X22 calls it Mar-Largo. He adds an extra R in there. Mar-Largo. He says it all the time.
Yeah.
But he's a cool guy. Very cool guy. Oh, by the way, folks, as a public service, when you post a meme that maybe hurts somebody's feelings, maybe that person gets what they call butt hurt. Well, now there's a form. Take a look at this. This is pretty interesting. Butt hurt report. Date of butt hurtness, time, what caused the butt hurt. Someone posted it, offensive picture on the internet. Was a tissue needed for the tears? Yes or no? Will you be able to move past it? Yes, no, not sure. Yeah. Reason for filling the report. Check all that apply. Okay? You have to check out the reasons that you're filling out the report. I am an idiot. That could be one that you would check. I am a swamp donkey. That's another one you could check that one. If it there's one there. I'm going to say rooster in the place of this word. I am a rooster waffle, but it's another word for rooster, but it's a little bit off color for this program. And then I'm a blueberry funk muffin. I'll say funk, like funky music, but you can all read it there. And I'm not going to read any more because I think I'm going to get in trouble. So there you go. And other, please explain below. Use a spare sheet if necessary. There you go. That's the official butt hurt form. And now you guys can screenshot that because it's an official form, and you can whenever someone complains about your post, your meme, whatever, you can just lay that on them, and then they can just be all happy and fill that thing out. So it'd be fun for you. There you go. Always doing public service for you all here, getting you all memed up, getting you all settled into your memes with a little bit of space news. And you know what? They have no idea what's coming next. They really don't. They have no clue. No clue. That's a cool look on his face. I love that picture of him. What a great president. Yeah, you too can be a good president. Just do good things for the people, and people will love it. And you will go down in history as a great president. That's all you got to do. And fight the deep state, too. That'll help. That will help. So did you all see that ceremony when they were burying the queen and they broke that stick, that ruling wand or whatever it was? That now that Prince Charles doesn't have to be under the rule of his queen mother anymore or whatever, and just breaks all that. It's like a wand, like a magic wand or something. And it was the first time it was ever photographed or filmed in public. So some people are thinking it might have some kind of demonic sort of thing to it. I don't know. Oh, Propagate the Light has just left us. Well, thank you for calling in, Propagate. Appreciate hearing from you.
We were enlightened.
Yes, he's a cool guy.
I didn't know. I heard somebody tell me that the queen and all the royalty are buried in lead coffins. Anybody else heard that before?
In lead coffins?
Yeah.
No, I didn't hear that, but I did hear that a man can be forced into marriage, but the bullet must be lead. There you go.
Oh boy.
Just kidding. They just, sometimes they're good, sometimes they're not. I have no control over it, folks. No control.
I know King Charles said that he wasn't going to be taking the active role in making decisions for the government.
Well,
Previous king.
He's already come out and said he's basically embracing the New World Order. And he's pushing.
Oh, he said that?
He's pushing. Oh, yeah. He said that. And it's kind of scary. Yeah, I some people think he might be the Antichrist. Or he could be the Uncle-y Christ. Who knows? Antichrist or Uncle-y Christ? You choose.
Right.
You choose. Don't know. Oh, and there was some whispering, some mysterious voice that came across. They were showing the motorcade of the queen and the king or whatever. And some woman's voice said, she's dead for good now or something like that, or some kind of weird thing, but it might have just been some kind of prank. Off panel. Okay. All right. Well, we sure do appreciate you calling in, Propagate. What were you going to say, Max?
Oh, I'm just saying I'm anxious to see what happens on the 6th of next month.
Well, what about tonight? We got one more hour left, a little less than an hour, and it'll be the 24th, which everyone is. There are multiple movies referring to the 24th, and there's multiple people thinking something's going to happen on the 24th, some kind of significance.
Well, Mike Barra is one of those. He says, but I don't buy into what he says. He's saying his psychic says that someone Nosara, whatever.
Oh yeah.
Kicking on the 24th, and
I don't believe any of that Gassara stuff.
yeah, I don't either.
Madpoke says he's a descendant of Vlad the Impaler. Yeah, and he brags about that. Charles III, King Charles III. He's a direct descendant of Vlad the Impaler, who is Dracula, right? Isn't that who that is?
Dracula is based upon that, yeah.
Yeah, Vlad the Impaler. Wow.
Did you ever see that show that was on TV called The Strain?
The Screen?
Bizarre.
The Screen?
The Strain.
Strain?
Strain.
No,
Strain.
I never saw that.
It was all about this pandemic and whatever this pandemic, and then all of a sudden these vampires emerged everywhere.
No, I didn't see it.
It is interesting. There's a lot of interesting parallels to real life in that.
Of course.
Series.
Of course, sure. I think there were a lot of parallels between the one that happened in 1918, where more people died from wearing the masks than died from the Spanish flu, because of all the bacterial contaminants, which is all on purpose, which is why they wanted us to wear them this time. But they didn't really count on us washing them. You know, I never wore one, but people wash them. Back in 1918, a lot of people didn't have washing machines, okay? Weren't really plentiful. Okay, go down by the river to your wash.
They were, I hate to say this, they were still throwing things out because they didn't have the toilet facilities in the building. They were still throwing things out the window. I'm not going to say what things they were throwing out the window. So
right,
you had to watch if you were down below that you didn't get hit with it.
Right. Yeah.
In big cities, especially. Can you imagine? No wonder they had so much things like in the past, bubonic plague and things like that, when they throw their waste into the street.
Yeah. Well, thank goodness for the Romans. They gave us the sewers. If it wasn't for
they're much more sophisticated.
Think about it. If it wasn't for the Romans and their development of the sewers, there would never ever have been the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, because that's where they were born.
And Biden wouldn't have a place to scurry at night.
Right. You know, I have a manhole cover in my front yard, and there was a guy out checking it out. He was making tones. I talked about that in one of the previous shows. And I was out talking to him, and I said, you know, why is the manhole cover in my yard and not in the street right next to my yard? He goes, well, I think they put the street in the wrong place. Really? So I have a manhole cover in my yard, and it's weird. So I have lately been wanting something for my yard that I've always liked since I was a kid. They used to be plentiful. Wishing wells. So I think I'm going to put a wishing well right on top of where the hopefully no one goes down there. Oh man, that wouldn't be good. But yeah.
Be careful about that. They probably have laws on the books that say if you cover it up, you're in trouble or something.
Well, it has to be movable. That's all. I already checked. As long as it's movable. Okay. But then I might have to also put like air fresheners into it too or something. But anyway, I just think people should do fun things in their yard. Have fun things in your yard. Well, why not? I mean, wishing wells were always fun when I was a kid. We'd go throw a couple of pennies, make a couple of wishes. It was like magic, right? I think we need to incorporate more magic into our world. And if you can just put something in your yard that's kind of fun like that, that's cool. I like that idea. And, you know, I look around now, I don't see any. There used to be a couple a couple houses on each block that had wishing wells. Now you just don't see them. Isn't that weird?
Probably people got tired of people stealing them out of their yard.
Oh, stealing them, really?
I mean, I don't know. It wouldn't surprise me nowadays.
Well, I was talking to my son about, I think he's going to make me a wishing well. It might be a gift. I better not say anything. But I said it'd be cool to have, like, in the bottom, like where all the pennies would go, to have, like, suspended in acrylic, like some coins in the bottom. So it always looks like there's some there.
Wow, that's cool.
That'd be kind of cool. Yeah, with my luck,
Tell
it'd
him
be
to
like,
leave you $1 million worth of change in the bottom.
Yeah.
He delivers it. Yeah.
yeah, with my luck, it'd be like, oh, there's a 1955 double die in there. Oh no, I gotta chip it out.
He put that in the acrylic.
You know what? My mom remembers she got a roll of pennies back in the 50s, and they were all 1955 double dies. And me and my two brothers, we were all coin collectors. And when our mom told us this story, we're like, what? Whoa. When we're at grandma's house, we're looking around. Oh, maybe they're in some old purse of hers or something. And she said, no. She said, I saw them. They looked like they were a mistake. She thought they might not be worth anything. So she spent them really fast.
I had a guy, I was running a booth in a county fair, and I wasn't doing so great. I was selling a few things, but it was kind of fun. I'd never done it before. And this guy comes and starts paying it with rare coins. I said, you know these are rare coins, don't you? He says, I got too many of them.
Mm-hmm.
So I got, I don't know, 10 rolls of buffalo nickels and all these things. I kept just selling him things, and then he had was it the Kennedy dollars or something? I can't remember which dollars for the silver.
Okay.
And it's like, I must have bought $150 worth of rare coins at one point, because that's what the guy was paying with.
Wow.
So I was just trying to convince him anything. I was bringing things out that I wasn't going to sell just because I want the guy to sell me the coin.
Wow. That's coins are cool. I love coin collecting coins. There's like an 1872 double die too, I heard. And isn't it the autumn equinox? Isn't that today? So in that tradition, I want to show this little image of the awesome possum ushering in fall. Here he is. Fall, the awesome possum. There he is. Of course, that's...
I wonder what possums do for food in winter.
Well...
because they eat ticks during the summer.
They eat almost
everything.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. Do they go underground?
They eat like 5,000 ticks a day.
Do they, maybe they go underground? Maybe they find some kind of burrow and they go hibernate? Maybe they hibernate?
I don't know where, well, all of a sudden it dawned on me, what do they eat otherwise?
Well, I got a picture of one right here. Obviously, they eat the insides out of their jack-o'-lanterns as they make their jack-o'-lanterns. Equinox was yesterday. Okay. Is that the same as porphyria? I've never heard of that. Oh, Madpoke says real opossums go into semi-hibernation in the winter. Nutritional needs are much lower. Okay. So they probably eat the roots of stuff in the ground, maybe, you know, because the roots of plants still have a lot of moisture in them. If you're underground already, there's a lot of roots down there.
I can tell you a trick. If you want to freak out your neighbors in the wintertime, plant a bunch of Brussels sprouts in the fall.
Yeah.
because they're green, throughout the winter.
Okay.
Everything is, all the leaves are falling off of everything, and there's snow everywhere, and there's these green plants there, and you're like, what the heck is that? It's Brussels sprouts. They're green in the winter. Middle of winter, they're perfectly green. When I first saw it, I couldn't believe it. What is this thing?
Mm-hmm.
I forgot that I had planted a single Brussels sprout plant.
Okay.
And it was green throughout the winter. There's snow foot deep, and there was this green plant sticking up.
Mm.
It's weird.
It is weird.
It's really something for conversation because people notice. Why is there a green plant? That's not an evergreen tree,
Right.
What is that thing? You tell them it's a Brussels sprout. They're like, what?
There's a town near this town, not too far from here, called Brussels. And, and a lot of towns around here are like named after countries. It's really weird. You ask someone where they're from, they'll say, I'm from Brussels. Well, you don't sound European. Really? Nope.
It seems like if you're a farmer, you could grow some crop, harvest it in the fall, plant Brussels sprouts, and then you harvest them in the winter before in the spring before it's even going to plant. So you've got two crops.
I'm not very good at plants. I even killed an air plant when I was a kid. You don't have to water them. I guess you do, but I didn't. So I couldn't even keep the plant that needs the least amount of care to keep it alive. I couldn't do it.
You're so tough on plants that even a chia pet dies.
Even I never had a chia pet. I don't want to risk it. I did have pretty good luck with sea monkeys, though. They seem to flourish when I have the sea monkeys. I had a waterbed. I think there were sea monkeys living in that thing after a while too. Boy.
Chia.
Yeah. Boy, waterbeds aren't around anymore, are they? They sure were a craze for a while. Yeah, it would really suck if you had a waterbed and the heater went out on it. You wake up just freezing cold. Not a good idea if it doesn't have a heater. Yes. Oh, Mad Pogue is coming with the goods here. There's a Denmark, Brussels, Berlin, New Berlin, Lake Geneva, Oregon, all in Wisconsin. I know it's confusing as heck. So confusing. You know what else is confusing about Wisconsin is a lot of the county roads are letters. And they go to double letters. And there's an intersection up here where T and V come together and the signs spell TV. It's so funny. It's funny.
Huh.
And ZZ and TT, and it's so weird. So if you're ever like someone has you, in a trunk or something, you can see out a rust hole and you can see things like that, you're in Wisconsin. Also, Wisconsin has a lot of the road signs have wooden, a wood thing instead of metal holding the sign up. So I was born in Berlin, but in Germany, LOL. Yeah. Out here, it's confusing. I think, well, there's a lot of Germans that settled out here too, so I think that's why a lot of those names came about. A lot of interest.
I was once out eating at a restaurant, and it was on my birthday, and my friends had called the restaurant so they come sing at my table, right, like they do.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, this lady starts waving her arms. She says, "It's my birthday too. It's my birthday too." And I got to talking with this lady and found out she was born in the same hospital 7 minutes before I was.
Oh, okay.
And I was 1,000 miles away from, that hospital. It's like, How
Wow.
strange is that? You know?
Wow.
It was pretty bizarre, you know, to think that coincidence.
Here's something else that's a
Oh.
coincidence. Check this out. Cat Turd posted this. WAPO, that's the Washington Post, listed me as the top 77 misinformation accounts. The list of 77 is drawn from research by disinformation experts at Stanford, Harvard, and Cornell universities, and the University of Washington. I have Ivy Leagues doing studies on the posts of a cat turd. Yes, I love it. You don't even have to troll them. They troll themselves, don't they? Man. Yeah, you got to love Cat Turd.
Yeah.
Some of the best posts are by Cat Turd. Very, very poignant and very, very awesome. Tinko likes it. Yeah. That's crappy cute meow. Yeah. Cat Turd. Yeah. Yeah, if you have a cat, you have to really, really love them because they do some weird stuff on the floor. They leave little presents for you. That's something. So I got to hand it to all of you cat owners there.
I like cats, but I'm more a dog person.
Yeah, me too.
Cats are a little too independent for me.
Right. Well, you know, they were worshipped as gods during the ancient Egyptian times. And that's the problem. That's the problem because they've never forgotten that. They've never forgotten. They want to be worshipped. Yeah. All right. Well, let's see what else we have here for you, friends. What else do we have here? I'm going to get this one up here. This was the cover for this tonight's show. It's another one of these beautiful mirror images from nebulas on space. And I hope that you like that. And I think we're going to put a cap on this one. Max, thank you so much for calling in, and thank you, Propagate the Light, for calling in. And thank you for all of the wonderful chatters. And we got to say hello to our friend Mud Rabbit, who could not make it tonight because she has outages in her area. So we're going to hope and pray that that all gets resolved. And we're thinking about you, Mud Rabbit, and looking forward to seeing you again soon. And thank you to all the wonderful mods who did make it tonight and all of the chatters. You guys rock. You guys are like my best friends. And keep the prayers coming from our buddy Max. And hopefully,
thank you so much.
Hopefully, this horrible thing he's going through will end itself quickly here, and Max will be back in the Olympics doing what he does the best.
I'm getting lots of blessings already from the prayers. It's not just the worm signs going away, but also with it, it looks like it was a major contributor to my other ailments.
Yeah.
So as worms go away, it seems like my other problems are going away too. So
good.
It's a bonus, you know.
Yeah. Tinka says it's great. You could help connect. Quite frankly, and Andrew Brashago, I really enjoyed the conversation. Yes. Yeah, and he's going to be on there again. And, you know.
That was a great show.
Wasn't it? Yeah, Andy did a great job. And Frank was awesome as usual. He's a great host. And he's going to have him on there again. And
It's sad to see Frank go, so they can't be on YouTube anymore.
He's on YouTube still.
Really?
Frank, yeah.
He said that was his last show on YouTube.
Really? Oh, I didn't hear that.
Yeah, that Andrew show, he said, this is my last show on YouTube.
Okay.
So he's still on there? If he's still on there, I haven't.
I just watched him today.
I haven't looked.
I just watched him today on it, so.
Not good.
And Andy mentioned about after he did the show with Frank, he said he was very impressed with Frank. He'd never heard Frank before. It was my suggestion. And he was very impressed with Frank. He said that he was very impressed with the questions and everything about the show, and that he really thinks that he could probably even be a coast to coast guest host or host, like what Jimmy Church does.
I think Andy's starting to learn that people like Frank and whatever and other so-called patriots, realizing they're just normal people. They just care about their country and hate the way things are going, right? So, we're not the evil people that the media portrays us as.
No.
I think he's starting to realize that these are just regular people that care about their country.
Mm-hmm. Well, when the TV is on, people hear it, and it's a powerful thing. It's a powerful tool that they've had for many, many years, and it's waning in its power, but it still does have people in the grip, because people are just used to getting their news from the news. And so find other sources, folks. Frank is a great source. That's more of a fun show. You do learn a lot there, but it's more of a fun show. And shows like Red Pill 78 and BCP, you get good hard news. Too many to list. So thank you again, Max, for calling in. Hope to hear from you soon, and continued prayers for your full recovery. Good night, my friend.
Appreciate that.
Good night.
Thank you. Have a good night.
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Well, we did it again, folks. We did it again. Episode 246. We certainly did. Thank you all. It was fun. And there's my little message to you all. Thank you all very much. And now I did talk to Andy a couple of times. I did not find out if we're going to be on this Sunday. So make sure that you're subscribed. If we do come on this Sunday, you will get notified if you're subscribed. I don't know if we're going to do a show on Sunday or not. It's up in the air right now. If not, we'll see you on Monday. Keep your cameras and your phones pointed to the skies. You can take a picture of that UFO and come on to the Truth Quest and talk about it. Because we're just downrange of strange, where the outrageous is contagious and the paranormal is the new normal. Peace in.